Why is this dog always facing away when I try to get a picture of him? Okay, it's Sunday. Ooh, nice cloud. Nice sky. It's hot. I'm going to be going to Mass soon. Didn't plan this, but I was thinking about that show 1883, and it was a prequel to Yellowstone, which I watched a few episodes of, but I watched all of 1883 because it had Sam Elliott's mustache in it, basically. But and then there's another prequel with Harrison Ford called 1923. Anyway, the 1883 was a typical Western, and since I loved Lonesome Dove and the John Wayne movies, and you know, when the bad guys do bad things and the good guys bring justice, and they bring justice. And so I enjoyed Sam Elliott, my gosh, what was the guy's name? Lamont Alexander? I don't know. I forget now. There was a guide. Sam Elliott was leading a bunch of Eastern European immigrants across, I don't know, Texas or Wyoming, something, to get to Oregon. And these people knew nothing. And on the way, in the beginning of the journey, he sees, comes across, oh my gosh, what's his name? Faith Hill's husband. Okay, anyway, sorry, Tim McGraw. I liked his music too. He had some good songs. Anyway, so Tim McGraw is quite handy with a gun and seems to have justice and fairness in his mind. So they hook up together, they make a good group, and they try to get this group of, I don't know, 50 or 60, whatever, Europeans across territory that they had no idea about. Snakes, they couldn't swim, and yet they had to cross rivers. They didn't know anything about horses and wagons. Well, maybe they knew wagons, but anyway, a couple things. I always enjoyed this journey, and Tim McGraw's wife, and he has a young boy, probably 8, and a girl who's probably 18, and she's the main narrator of the journey. She's constantly giving these little soliloquies, these poetic things, and I have to say there was I felt a little bit of wokeness to it, and I found those parts annoying. Somewhat. I mean, it was nice in the beginning, but every time it was so... but again, I enjoyed when... I didn't enjoy the bad things that happen, that evil men do, but I enjoyed when Sam Elliott, Tim McGraw, and the other guy whose name I've forgotten now, Lamont, when they served justice. I enjoyed that. Didn't enjoy the young lady constantly talking, not constantly, but with her little things. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Time stood still while we went across the prairie. The prairie was endless, and yet it was right there. I couldn't tell where the ends of my hair on my head ended, and the fur of the rabbit, the jackrabbit on the plain came together. It was always time passing, and yet the time never seemed to pass away. I mean, it was just, oh my gosh, relentless. And she was quite a character. She did a good job. I mean, 1 minute, okay, she's 18. So maybe this accounts for it. 1 minute, she's acting very naive. For example, her father says, don't leave the camp. He's leaving to go do something. He says, don't leave the camp. Within 3 seconds, she's roaming off into the woods. But then she has other parts where she's quite mature. One time I won't give any spoilers. But anyway, so there's times where she does things that are quite brave. I guess it was meant to be brave or stupid. It's hard to tell which. But, yeah. So, just wanted to say a few things. I enjoyed the Justice meted out, because I think, guys, all people want to see bad people get what's coming to them. I guess you could say that. And no one wants bad things to happen to good people, to anybody. And then, again, also, I think we all know that Sam Elliott's mustache is iconic. And then, hence, what this is about. Yes, I went there. And then lastly, it was beautifully filmed, and it was real nice, and I suggested to anyone, but I did find a little quibble. I found the girl, her character, I found her talking, well, you watch and you'll see what I mean. And that's 1883 for me. Good, Gus. Stop at the creek and get some water at the creek. Become one with the pond. You were made of water, but yet you drank the water. And your feet were in the water. It was as if the water was you and you were the water. Right, Gus? Right. But, oh, and then also she said stuff where it seemed a little wokish. A little like men and women's, I don't know. It had that flavor. Yeah, sure, everybody had to step up. The women had to step up. The men had to step up. And I think she made the reference that men and women, I don't know. But it just hit me. You watch, see what you think. It gave me that little bit of bad flavor.